Welcome to a special edition of the Headlight Restoration Pro, where on this video I will be showing you how to take scratches like that with headlight restoration tools and turn it into something like this.
The Headlight Restoration.
Let's get down to business. Now, as I said, I'm going to take this scratch here. You should always test your scratches like this. If it's a little noise, if you feel a little indentation with your fingertip, okay, with your nail tip, okay, you got to have nails to do it. I don't really keep my nails manicured, okay, because, the women like it that way. Or, if you got partners or whatever you do, whatever you're into, the other person likes short nails. Trust me. That's if you're a big, strong man. Okay, so anyhow, if you can feel the little cavern in there just slightly, this makes for a basic, or what I deem a basic, or in the world of scratch removal, a basic scratch removal. If you feel too deep of an indentation with your nails, if it makes a lot of noise, like a click, 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 click with your fingernail, okay, anything more than moderate noise, you're going to have to, pretty much upgrade your scratch removal, okay? First thing I do, as you see, clean the area here with a simple Windex. You can use an isopropyl alcohol, whatever, if you have that. But like I said, I'm trying to stick to mostly what I use doing headlight restorations. Okay, those simple Windex, simple glass cleaner here. And I'm going ahead and I'm using it the same way as a lubricant for the clay bar. Okay, if you're a detailer or whatnot, you watch this video. If you have the detailing stuff like I do, the isopropyl alcohol, the clay bar lubricant, you can use that. But as you also know, you can just use water on this step. The clay bar will provide the lubricant once you get started for it. Okay, the other stuff is just to get it going. So I clay bar the area to make sure all the saturates are gone, because we're going to be doing some polishing and we're going to be doing some aggressive stuff here, and you don't want to create work for yourself, because if you try to start this without cleaning the area real thoroughly, which is what the Windex and the clay bar will do, will take out any saturates, any rock deposits or mineral deposits from that area. Okay, so if you don't, you have a potential of making more scratches when you're doing this. So on the scene here, this guy wanted a couple scratch removals. I did about 3 on the other side, and I did his headlights first. This is a Prius, but he said he found out his son kept scratching his car up, taking his bike out. One day his dad came and got him, and he asked him, well, how many times did you do this? And then he said, well, a couple. So he inspected his car and found all these scratches. So I took 2 out the other side and 1 a little bit before this on this side, and this is the worst one here. So as you see, that's water I'm using, and what is that? That is a P3000 trisac pad.
Well,
okay.
I'll be damned.
This is a special magic pad and can be used for many different functions. It's designed for many different things other than headlights, but to me, it's the number one function is for headlights. It's hard to explain, an aggressive, but yet pillow soft, very light sand. Okay, at the same time of being aggressive, it is equally as gentle. Okay, so with the scratch removal, if you want to think about it, it's kind of like if somebody dug a line of dirt out the ground, a little line of dirt out the ground, maybe 1 inch thick. Okay, you can kind of smooth that out if you dug a bigger trench, or a bigger bigger or deeper, not deeper, but bigger trench around it, okay, and then filled it in and then smoothed it out. You kind of want to think of it like that. It's what you're pretty much doing is, as you see there, you see the little fogginess there. I'm knocking down the clear coat just a little bit, and I'm still feeling it. You want to go little at a time, little at a time. You never want to just jump in and remove a max amount, okay? It takes a minute finesse. You only want to go as far as you need to, okay? Most vehicles are composite of, a little bit of primer. Maybe let's say if we go on a 100% ratio here, it's composite of probably like 15% primer, maybe 30%, paint. And then the rest, the other 75%, if my math is correct, I'm talking fast, is clear coat. Clear coat is a large part of any paint job, okay? This varies with more personal paint jobs or aftermarket paint jobs, but from the factories, it's generally about a third of the paint, okay, or a half of the paint, anywhere from a third to a half. So what you're doing is leveling out this area, okay, and like I said before with the dirt analogy, and you're just leveling it out and making it appear to be equal and smooth, okay, to the naked eye, to the naked hand, or anything else. It will be as smooth as the day it came off the lot. You won't be able to tell it's there. And I keep going over it and feeling it and touching it and spraying it and inspecting it. You see how I keep wiping it off? Now, once I get down to an acceptable level, which is getting close, then what we're going to do is going to shock you next. Because right now, when I first did one of these, and when I first got taught to do one of these, and I've done dozens of these, as I said before, I do a lot of services, okay? I am a restoration service who specializes in headlights. My main function is headlight restoration, but I do other things like scratch removal, paint chip fix, and I do scratch removals way worse than this that actually take you painting in the surface and kind of doing the same thing, but you have to fill the paint in and the clear coat in because you do not have any clear coat or paint to work with. It's down deeper. So I do a bunch of different kinds of scratch removals and a bunch of other stuff, water spot removal, all kind of things. But as you see, I'm just repeating the same process with this this 3000 trisac pad by 3M. It's a magic pad, and it is, if you think of the trisac part of this pad, okay, refers to how the granulates are cut. They're cut like diamonds. Under the microscope, they look like this. Okay, they're cut like diamonds instead of like sand or like a beach, a sandy beach. Okay, that's what a regular sandpaper disc looks like. A bunch of sand particles, a bunch of little round particles and granulates pretty much embedded into the sandpaper. It don't look like that, okay? Because it's like that, it can either be so aggressive or it can be so light at the same time. It's very interesting and an awesome thing to have. If you're a detailer, you should just keep one handy. If you're not using it for anything, it should just be in there. But anyways, here I am using an old finesse pad. Okay, I use my old finesse pads for these steps. Okay, they're perfect for these. Now, and I'm using that bottle that said RBC. That's just my rubbing compound. Okay, that's 3M rubbing compound. I use 3M products as much as I can. So I go here and I am finessing it up with the rubbing compound because I feel that I've got to a flat enough surface without that scratch protruding or feeling it at all. And these are very intimidating, but as long as you don't do nothing too crazy, you can always buff out. Even if you make a mistake or you feel you went too deep or whatever, you can always buff it out. And let's just say you went super deep and say you hit paint and there's color on your thing. I mean, you can really easily clear coat this or whatever. But like I said, if you follow the steps and you go little by little, you're not crazy heavy-handed and going deep and try to remove a lot of surface, you should be fine. So pretty much the side effect of it is it dulls the clear coat because you're removing minute amounts of clear coat, okay? You're moving minute amounts of clear coat, so you have to polish it back up. Now this area, although it's gone and it looks great right now, this area has zero protection, okay? And it's not perfect yet. So what I'm going to be doing here at this point is after doing this, I'm building it back up. And this is very similar to when sometimes you have orange peel in a paint job, aftermarket or wherever kind of paint job. It usually happens in an aftermarket paint job, or some kind of a really bad paint defect, oxidation or something like that. You would, the most aggressive thing you would do is you would start with a mild sanding, and then you would hit it with rubbing compound, and then you would hit it with a polish, then you would hit it with a wax, and you would, you slowly build it back up. If you want to get crazy, you would hit it with, ceramic coating and things like that. Okay. So what I'm using here now with a different pad, okay, that is a 3M scratch removal with a different pad and my polisher, all these tools and stuff, except for the chemicals and products I use in Headlight Restoration. So I'm using the same pad I just finished using a Headlight Restoration with because it was a newer one, and I'm hitting it here with a 3M scratch removal, which really is a type of rubbing compound, but it's really thick and it's designed to remove defects and minor scratches. Okay, so because I caused those minor scratches or those dullings from removing the deeper scratch, you have to repair that whole area back to, that smoothness, that mirror slickness. And you can kind of see how thick it is right there when you're wiping it off, but it's pretty good product. It does some amazing things there. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh my God, look at it. This is gone already, right? It is. And you can let it go like this, but you want to be responsible, and you just finished messing with somebody's paint, and you want to, you want to back your work. You don't want to just do the work and make it appear good for the time being. You don't want the customer to come out one day and now there's just, it looks weird there because there's no protection right there. I haven't put any kind of protection. So what I'm doing here is using this black wax, okay? Because this black wax is awesome. It has pigments and stuff like that for darker vehicles. Now I keep different color waxes when I, as you know, I am not only a restoration specialist, but I'm a high-end detailer as well. Okay, I do ceramic coatings, I do waxes, I do polish, buff, and waxes. I do all that shit, clay bar. I do oxidation removals, water spot removal on glass and paint. I do, so much things. Black trim restoration, engine bay cleaning and detailing. I do anything on the outside of the car, even minor painting. I do minor painting, okay? I do clear coat fix, like I said, oxidation removal, all the extreme things and all the upper range things. So I have, I keep basic colored wax because it's amazing. When using colored wax, white wax, or black wax or red wax on the specific car, the luster and the richness is insane. Because what's going on is you have these micro scratches, and that's why you're getting your car buffed out and stuff. And these little micro defects that kill the luster and mirrorness and shyness. See, look at that, it's a mirror now. You see that? The Headlight Restoration Pro, baby. You see that shirt? See that sweater? Yeah, okay, coming soon for sale, hopefully. This year, hopefully. But anyways, the colored waxes are amazing. If you can get the colored wax for whatever color you're using, and some of them transgress into other colors, like the red, of course, you use for burgundy, the black, of course, you can use for gray or dark blue and stuff like that. But I actually have blue. I keep the common colors: blue, black, red, gray, and white. Now, what you got going here is the ceramic coating. That's right. So I'm just ceramic coating this area here. You can spot ceramic coat vehicles, a fender here, or door piece here, or whatever. You can spot ceramic coat anything. Okay, you don't necessarily have to do the whole door or whatever. I'm doing this area here on top of the wax for a little bit of added protection. And sometimes, in some cases, you can, use isopropyl alcohol after you do the wax and this and that. Those are just different scenarios. This is a scratch removal, okay? And a lot of times, I don't agree with using the isopropyl alcohols after waxing before you do a ceramic coat. I feel that what they're doing there is trying to adhere more. I feel it's counterproductive because when you're using the isopropyl alcohol after the after the wax before you ceramic coat. The isopropyl alcohol removes a lot of wax. Okay, in some cases I don't approve of it. Depends on what material or what wax you're using. But anyways, that's another video. That's just my thoughts and my ideology. The removal aspect, I want what I put there. And I've never had any adhesion issues at all. But anyways, so I took another level. Whenever you do a scratch removal, you just got to keep in mind, just like with any headlight restoration, you want to bring it back and you want to protect it, okay? Without the protection, this guy can be going down the road in a year or whatever and be like, damn, what the hell's wrong with my door there? It looks all gray or whatever, right? Because you didn't put the protection back and it's just raw paint sitting there, that a raw clear coat with nothing on it that you didn't protect. And the other part of his vehicle probably has protection on it. So anyways, you always want to cover your your tracks, or you always want to do the proper thing. You want to protect whatever you're using. So now what we're doing is just buffing off that ceramic coating, and look at how clear. That's probably the bike right there that messed up his car all around. But look at that crystal clear. And I'm just checking it here. Just a little streaks there from my finger, grease in my finger. Wipes right off after ceramic. But look at that piece. Gorgeous, huh? No scratch in sight. None. It's over right around here where the scratch was. Right around here where the scratch was. This area right there. You see all this? Nothing.
Perfect.
Right there. Yeah. Beautiful. Can't even tell it's there. But anyways, I have a bunch of tools and a bunch of things I can use normally and whatever, but realistically I can do minor scratch removals with just the stuff from my general headlight restorations. Look at that, like a mirror. Stay tuned, subscribe.
The Headlight Restoration.